2 of the Evo SpeedFun Cup, which is hosted by Team EVO, as you can hear from the name. I'm joined in by Sky. Hello.
Hi.
And yeah, this is the top 16, or let's say place 5 to 20 that are battling out for 4 spots in the grand final, because top 4 is already qualified as a little bit of a advantage by just achieving top 4. So definitely understandable. And yeah, we're gonna play those 5 maps that you have seen in round 1 already, with 4 rounds, 1 warm-up beforehand, and yeah, then the 4 rounds that you can collect points in. Point repetition is 16, 15, 14, and so on so forth. So 1 point interval down towards 1 point that the 16th place is getting. And yeah, I'm interested to see who's qualifying here, because we've seen a huge gap here between place 4 and 5, let's just say it like that, or between place 8 and 9, kind of, with 0.6 of a second.
Yes, and this warm-up is also not really telling us too much, because quite a lot of good players crashed during it. And the only player that really brought a good round to the end is Mooks. So maybe that's a good sign for him already.
Yeah, let's go actually with Mooks here, because in yeah, let's just say it's when you have a good warm-up, you usually have a bad life round, so you call it the warm-up Andy. So, because you just fail the actual life round. But let's go with Mooks here onto this turn here, as we see a lot of players risking it so much. Ollie's in the lead out of Chroma and Sinus Apple, and also Mooks with a different approach here. Didn't really get too much speed out of that, but it's not looking too bad for him. Currently on P8, so that would have been 9 points for him. But he's still pushing it, and Lurk has a bad line there also over that part. So Mooks can yeah, capitalize from that. And also this part is super hard to do, as we see Ollie falling behind. Not a lot of speed for him, as well as Blue Tick had to release in that exit. So you can see 1 release and you are dead. And look at this ending from Mooks, from P7 to P2. What a great ending. But Sinus Apple looks unstoppable here. 0.25 ahead. And we have a different point repetition that is not correct. Oof. So you can still change it. But it's too late, I think. Wait, is it on the website, or where is it?
I think it should have been on the server itself, but maybe they went after all with a different points repetition that does not align with the ones. Nope, we see it in the chat. Stop, the points are wrong. Okay, good. So indeed, good problem with the points.
Good that the casters have figured out, but not the players. Oh man, okay, so we have a little bit of a delay again, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I thought... What happened with the overlay? It has been...
Yeah, it's flying around for me. I'm also seeing less parts of the overlay than you currently, interestingly.
Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting. The thing is, with this, when you load a match setting and don't do it manually, then you cannot see what you have changed. That's the problem, you know? So it could go wrong. It could go wrong. Yeah. Call reset. You can type in /reset. Then you can see everything, because it's loading then. Wait, why can't I skip the warm-up? Wait, what?
I can theoretically also do that. Let's not click that button.
Okay. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave that in, because I think the explanation was quite fitting and the 1% ended now. So hopefully everything is right now with the points repetition, as we are going live on the first map, Homeless by Quao. 4 rounds on this track. Let's go. Let's go with Ixon here, who's my camera pointing on. And yeah, gets a lot of speed here in this section. And also Nick got it pretty good, but Ixon is currently leading with Blue Tick. So 2 players, yeah, that I would see as the favorites here for the top 5 are betting out for the first 16 points. So it is not cup mode, it's rounds mode, and Ixon is on a very good time here actually. He is on first position and 2.2 ahead of Sinus Apple here. So that is a very, very nice performance so far.
Indeed. One player that was very long, far behind, is now about to win the round is Mooks. He was in 12th position halfway through the map and brought this home with an incredible finish. Wow.
Yeah, he had that already in the first round, if you remember, where he went from 7th to 2nd position. But now he got first. But I think all the players here will be happy. And look at Maxi. Maxi gets 4th position here. And not even with a good time here, but just with conservative driving. I mean, not with a godlike time, you know. I think it was a 0.83. But still, it was enough. So Maxi currently on P4 and also Krishan on P5. So Bluetick, who had a very good start, only on P8. So this shows consistent driving is important. Snix, though, only with 2 points out of the prior rounds. And I'm going to go with him as my next, or as we go into the next round. Let's see what the Snix, though, can do from Team EVO. Oh, Bluetick again with that mistake in this corner. He had already done this mistake in this round beforehand. And dropping tremendously behind as Ollie goes so close there to the left. Oh man, that was such a risky approach, but he has a lot of speed. Ollie versus Ixon here in the ending. Who's gonna take it? Ollie with a good line, and Ollie will eventually stay in the lead. But what a risky line. Holy moly, and also a good time here. Look at that, a 0.69. Nice. And a 0.95 by Ixon. And then we have Nick also improving his time to local 10. But it is Snix and Roxo staying ahead. Okay.
Yes, and we see that it's super close actually. It's Ixon at 30 points, and behind him we have Nick currently in 2nd and Krishan in 3rd place. So it really is a wild result for now, because players are failing rounds that they shouldn't fail, and that just leads to, after just 2 rounds, a very mixed up scoreboard.
Yeah, really, every round is important here. Really, every round is important here. And that's why consistent driving is the key to success here. And you don't want to, you want to minimize your mistakes here. And especially on this map, mistakes can happen very easily by just misalign or like misjudging a turn. As I'm following Nick at the moment and seeing this apple with that mistake there. And Bluetick is getting the, but 2 players actually died in that CP there. And Nick just drops from 4th. That was safe for him to P15, also gets overtaken by Sinus Apple there. So 3 points to him. So that was very unfortunate for him. Snix also only finishes on that last position. So only 1 point for him. And yeah, the scoreboard will be shuffled once again as Bluetick has gotten himself 15 points. So doubling his score. And is now up to P6.
Yes, and the one player from the time attack seeding that was doing quite well during time attack, but is now only in 11th place, is Sinas Apple. Let's see what he can do in this round, because he definitely needs a good time eventually if he wants to make it to the final. And right now he is indeed in close pursuit of Ollie, who is in 1st, and with him are Chroma and Ixon. And the last part.
Oh!
Last turns will decide. Oh! Goodbye! And that is great for Sinas Apple, because he's going into these last turns as 1st. And it looks like he will take this round indeed. With Snix, though, and Mooks coming from pretty much nowhere and going for 2nd and 3rd in this specific round.
And also a great ending there from Sinus Apple. And Ollie just went flying. So, yeah, he's not getting any, good points in this round. But still, I mean, it wasn't too bad. He is still, like, in that 3rd position. But only at 31 points. Or I think 32 or something. Or 33. Maybe he has gotten himself some points in that round beforehand. But, yeah, it is getting cozy and cozy. And now we're going to go to the next map. So, the 2nd map out of 5 maps that we're going to see here. And you can see... Actually, Nick has dropped from P2 to P8 with just 1 round. And Sinus Apple went from P11 to P6. So, it is super messy. And Krishan, at the moment, on P3. So, what a messy format. And also, Maxi, who was on P3 in that first round, is now on P12. So, what is happening? So many things are happening here. That is crazy.
That was a very, very good first map for Krishan. I think consistency, as you said before, was indeed the key in this. And also Ollie, who was third after, before the last round, is now only in shared ninth place with Snicks. So one round in the bottom 5 really takes a lot of potential points for you, and you might just rather want to finish 5th with a bit of a stronger release in some turn than to end up finishing 12th in this.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what some players haven't understand. Let's just take Nick in that prior round, or like just Ollie risking it too much. Just one release beforehand would have just saved you a lot of points, like 7 or 8 points. But of course it's easier said than done. And let's see how players are doing it in this round, as I'm just gonna go into the full all camera here. Where's my mouse? Hello? Wait, there it is. That was weird. Couldn't see my mouse. But yeah, let's see who makes that first mistake, as we see Nick going for a super weird line there. And still in the lead, but jumps there. Goodbye. Tschüss and goodbye. He is completely dying, flies out of the map and respawns so late. So that was a reaction of a, I don't know, of a sloth or something. But that was very, very delayed. And we see a lot of players actually were dying on this map. As I'm gonna go with Mooks for that remainder of the track. He's so far behind here. Wait, actually no. Wait, I was spectating Birna, but yeah, Mooks made that mistake. So
yeah,
I really
and it's Sina's Apple going into the last turn in first position, and that will be his round.
Yeah, the overlay is a little bit weird for me. I want to spectate someone and it's going to a different person, and also the replay and follow all. So I really have to get used to that. And yeah, because spectating is hard with 16 players. You have to search out the player. But yeah, nice that Sina's Apple has won it. So second win in a row for him. And this will put him up to P number 2. So from P11 to P2 in just two rounds. Sina's Apple shows you how you should do it. And also look at that, Krishan drops from P3 to P8 because he has made a mistake. But yeah, this can happen. What is happening on the other side of the scoreboard? What is 13th to 16th? SpeedSelf is on P16. I'm gonna go with him here in this next round. Okay, good approach here for him. Gets a lot of speed, but still is on that 15th position in this round. But also Krishan, not with the best amount of speed here, but better safe than sorry in this part. Because you can see players are making mistakes here. And SpeedSelf currently on P11. And then we can see players are behind him. Not that far, but they are behind. And yeah, no one is making a mistake this time around on this part. But also SpeedSelf goes super conservatively here again. But Sina's Apple looks like to win this round again. And yes, he will do so indeed. Ahead of... let me check here. Ixon actually. And then we have... who's that? Snicks though, I think, in third.
Snicks, indeed, yep.
Ah yeah, it's no, I was checking it down there.
Yeah.
Oops.
And it's two pretty good times by Sina's Apple and Ixon. And they are both... more than 4/10 ahead of the third place in this specific round, and also now looking to distance all the other players in the scoreboard, with only Mooks being somewhat close, 7 points behind Sina's Apple, but that is already looking good for the Croatian and the Dutch player. As we go into the next round, and maybe one player that now has to step up his game a little bit is Snicks, who has won yesterday's track of the day, but the moment I switched to him spectating myself, he actually bonks into the wall, caster's curse. Not too much of a speed loss, but if you want to get closer to the top 4, 10th place will not get you any further, unfortunately.
Yeah, but players are dropping like flies here, and Snicks just releasing, getting overtaken by one person, but in the meantime has overtaken 2 with that. So, oh my god, Maxi, what are you doing? Oh my god. Maxi just flew to Narnia there. But yeah, Snicks though with the 10th position. Not a good run there. As you could have seen this small crash there. And yeah, it's Sina's Apple winning it again. So great performance here. And also Bluetick gets P number 2. Ixon in 3rd. And then we have Roxo on 4th. So yeah, it's really Snicks though losing ground here. 60 points for him. And look how much he already needs for a P4, which is occupied by his team member. He still already needs 13 points. And that is one good round for you and one bad round for your opponent. That can, of course, happen. But, yeah. Consistent driving is, of course, rewarded here. So.
One player that has been creeping up the scoreboard is Blutig, now just 1 point behind the top 4, and also in this round in a very good position, has released there a bit, but is in the top 5, top 6 for this round. It now also, of course, depends a bit on these upcoming turns, but this is another round that's looking rather good for him. And on the other hand, we have Ollie, who was in the top 8 during the time attack seeding, as we see someone flying out of the map and is now not in, on his way to the final anymore. And this round again with Sinas, Apple and Ixon in the top 2 positions, and interestingly on 5th place, Börne this time.
Yo. I also
can make up some places there in the back.
Yeah, I also wanted to point that out, that Björne has gotten himself a good round. Was just overtaking Blutig there in the end, who has gotten himself 11 points. And with that moves up to P4, overtaking his teammate Roxo, who hasn't finished or has only gotten himself a poor placement in the last round.
I will have to mute myself for a moment due to a call, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna see you then. So map number 3 is coming up. And yes, Skyline at the cast with you is good. Oh man, I'm gonna tell the story just between the break. I think Sky is gonna laugh about that. But yeah, it's Points of Authority, a map by Moni. So that's cool to see. And yeah, let's take a look onto the standings here, as only the top 4 goes into the next round. And for everyone who has joined in, we're gonna play rounds mode on 5 tracks, the 5 maps out of those map pool. It's a SpeedFun tournament, as the title is saying it already. And yeah, top 1 and 2 is looking to be set in stone, but like 2 or 3 bad rounds are yeah, enough to yeah, get yourself down to P5 again. So consistency is really important here. And it's a map that is, yeah, I would say not that hard in some parts, but let's just say the ending. You can take different approaches here. You can either go for a drift, or you can go for the outside speedy line. So we can see different approaches here, and yeah, that will be the map. Wait, what is Maxi? Hello? Maxi in last. We need some cheering for Maxi here, who has dropped tremendously behind. Only 40 points for him. So let's see what Eminem Maxi can do. Good start though. Oh my god. Yeah, good start, Maxi. Nice one. So Maxi is dead already. And this leaves us with Mooks, Sinus Apple and SpeedFun in the top 3. But then we also have, I think it was actually Björn. No, it was Nyx and Blutig who are in the top 5. But it was Nyx with a good turn, but someone has crashed there in a pretty close range there. But yeah, Mooks is about to win this round out of Sinus Apple. Then we have Blutig, Nyx, Lurks and SpeedSelf just behind that. And to a round of the top 8, we have Nick and Dude also finishing. So Dude, a player that I haven't yeah, seen in this round too much. So you low Dude, haven't seen him too much. I mean, he's at 64 points, but still is in in need of some points. Chris raus. Da ist die Tür. Ist genau mein Humor. Mach weiter damit. Ich meine das natürlich nicht ernst. Okay, next round. Round number 2. So this is the halftime round, the 10th round of this SpeedFun Cup second round. And we can see Snicks though with a good start, but had to release a little bit too much here, but gets a good angle with that, but didn't really get too much speed. Maxi, however, is in on a good round, P6 for him at the moment, but Snicks though just, yeah, overtakes him here as some players have a lag. And Sinus Apple again with such a good performance. He wins this round yet again out of Ixon, Ollie and Mooks, who are all battling it out for that second position. And then we have Evo players just behind that. We have Mooks, Nix, Roxo and Bluetick ahead of Maxi, Speedsteph and Nick. So cool to see that, that the Evo players are playing so consistently and so good. But so far it's looking like that only 2 Evo players are making it. And we have the second to last round here on points of authority. So, Lurk from, I think JFF was an Nations team, if I recall correctly, a Nations team. And yeah, so he is probably one of the more old school players, but unfortunately has made a mistake here. So let's go a little bit further ahead. Let's go with, well, let's go with Ollie here. Let's go with Ollie in this round, who is currently on second position, but had to release due to an auto slide there and lost a lot of speed with that. So it is not seen as Apple in the lead here, but he can get a good ending here, but it's not enough to overtake Bluetick here, but that's so close there actually. But it is Bluetick winning it here over Sinus Apple. Then we have Ixon and Snix in the top 4. So those players are getting some good points here. And look at that. It is Bluetick and Snix though coming closer and closer towards Mooks, who has only gotten himself poor amount of points in this round. As you can see here, only 3 points for him and 8 points between Snix though and Mooks. So 4 Evo players are betting it out here for 2 spots. So this will be a team kill. And this is the last round here on this track. Let's go with Ollie, who actually was on in the top 8. As someone just bonked into the wall there. I think it was Krishan, because I cannot see him anywhere on the CPs. But things like that can happen. But yeah, let's see what Ollie can do here. Ollie 135 P5 for him at the moment. And gets a good turn here as well as Birne. Birne doing it quite good as well here. Gets a good approach and gets a lot of speed. But look at Ollie. Ollie pressing B for boost, and also Maxi here on that second position. Can he hold that second place here as Ollie goes for the very aggressive inside line there. Didn't have a lot of speed for the ending, but it's enough here to overtake Maxi. And also Snixto was able to overtake Maxi. And Sinus Apple wins it here yet again and is extending his lead since Ixon only got himself 7 points. So this means a huge lead for Sinus Apple here, who moves up to 166 points and a 15-point lead. Second to last map coming up. And it's Confused Spirits by Birne. I would say the hardest map of this map pool. Yeah, let's take a look into the standings here as we have Mooks on a 3rd position, but only 3 points ahead of Bluetick, who's on P4, and then additional 3 points ahead of Snixto, who's on P5. So this will be the battle that we are focusing on right now, of course, as only the top 4 is going through. I think Ollie, Lurks, and also Roxo still have a chance, but for the others, it's looking, yeah, not unlikely, but they need a sick map now in order to qualify. So not impossible, but also not too possible for them, since the other players are not standing still as well. They need to get, yeah, 20 or 20 to 30 placement over all the players kind of that are ahead of them. So let's take here. Ollie has to, yeah, gain 29 points over Bluetick, then 24 points over Snixto, and so on. You know, you get the gist. You have to catch up to all the players. So it will be hard for them, but doable. As the warm-up has ended, we're gonna go live with the first round on Confused Spirits. First round here, let's go. And let's follow, actually, yeah, Snixto actually, who's currently occupying P number 5 in the total ranking. As seen as Apple is in the lead. So again, a very, very impressive performance by the Numalops player here. As you can see, he is again in the lead and shows that you can also play with SpeedFun when you are eligible or able to play full speed. But Snicks is in the lead. So very nice turn there. Also gets that auto slide there from that exit. So that's what you really want to get when you do this map perfectly. And I think he's on a good time. Ixon is coming closer, but it's not enough here. So Snicks will remain in that first position, but ever so slightly. Only 500ths of a second roughly. But important points here for Snicks though to get away a little bit from his teammate. And also overtaking Bluetick and Mooks and goes up to P number 3 with that. So scoreboard has been shuffled around. Bluetick still stays on P4, but Mooks and Snicks though have swapped positions. Second round on this track. Let's go with Ollie. Let's go with Ollie.
I am back in the meantime.
Okay, hello, welcome back.
Hi. You'd have to tell me when the round ends so I can join the server again.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Amazing.
Currently, we are halfway through the round as I'm following Ollie here, who has had a very hard time here over this loop section, but still is on that top 10 position. Gets a lot of speed here. Lags a bit, but now approaching the ending. So Sinus Apple is in the lead ahead of Nick here. And then we also have Maxi in the mix. And Sinus Apple wins it, and you can join the server.
Perfect.
So Sinus Apple still in the lead, almost has surpassed this 200 points barrier. And yeah, it's a very close fight here for top 4. As Ollie also comes a considerable amount closer here. Yeah, welcome back Skyliner in voice. So I'm gonna tell Sky the story, and I think he will laugh about that after that. But maybe you can get where this one is going through. Skyliner and Sky. Yeah, but we're gonna go into that later. So Ollie is a player that I said he can make it happen, but he needs a good map here. And he definitely has, because he has come a lot closer here. Only 17 points between him and also Snickstow, who is on P4. And currently it's looking good for him to get even closer with that. With that round, he's on P4 at the moment. He can overtake someone here in the end, Dude TM, but it's not enough here for him. And it's not enough indeed, as Ollie will get himself a 4th position, but still a good placement for him. Goes up to 140 points, and Snicks though only with 2 points in this round. So yeah, it's getting cozier and cozier here, as Ollie with the comeback here in this run. So who's actually out of the top 4 right now? So we have Sinus Apple, Ixon, Snickstow, and Ollie, right? Who were in the top 8.
It was Mooks and Ollie, actually.
Mooks, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Bluetick is the one guy that is currently sneaking his way into the final round, while Ollie is a bit behind. It's 15 points at this moment, so it's not impossible to make the comeback, though.
Yeah, we still have 4 more rounds after this one, and currently Ollie with a lot of speed. Look at that, going into the bronze medal spot here, but has a lot of speed here to work with in the ending. Gets a good auto slide here. Let's see if the speed will be enough. Nope, it won't be enough to overtake them. He almost gets overtaken himself by Bluetick, but 2000s tear those players apart. Sinus Apple wins it, Ixon in 2nd, and Ollie on 3rd. And yeah, I think this will be all over the place in the ending.
I have to say, Bluetick really impresses me now, how he stepped up over these last few live rounds. Quite comfortably in 3rd place now, with more than 20 points of an advantage over the 5th place. Yeah, let's see if he can carry that through. For every single map, we've seen very different people at the top. Well, it has been seen as Apple and Ixon quite consistently, but behind them, it's different players that are good on different maps. So this last one, which is a very difficult map, could lead to a lot of shake-ups in the standings again.
Indeed. This map, would you say that this one is harder than the prior map, or?
I would classify this one as the most difficult map. However, I've not trained it to the amount that these players have practiced these maps. So their views on it might be very different, but I think what we've seen both during the qualification and what we will see now could hint towards that, because we have some tricky parts in here where you have to keep a no slide if you want to be super fast, and where it's easy to fly out of the map.
And also those tight passages that Sinus Apple has passed before that. It's really, yeah, like you want to minimize your airtime on this track, and also the ending that BlueTick has done very well here just shows that you can gain a lot of there. So by just pushing it a little bit more, you can gain so much, and I think that's what SpeedFun is about, as you have 4 more rounds to go. And let's take a look into the standing. We have Mooks, 167 points, so 13 points out of Ollie here, but Ollie with a good comeback. And then also Snickster only 1 point behind, so this round is really like showing us where the way is going for all the players, also for Lurk and also Roxo, who has fallen down to P8 here. So the last map hasn't suited him that well. And yeah, in the meantime, Lurks has made that mistake and had to respawn. And Snickster also has made a small mistake. And also Ollie, so everyone who I'm spectating made a mistake, so that's unfortunate. I'm sorry for that caster curse. But hey, yeah, let's see who's actually on that battle for that first position. It's Ixon on first, and what a turn was that by Ixon. This guy is pushing it, even though he does not have to do it. He's 0.6 ahead, and he's still extending his lead here to 55.18. Oh my god, what a time is that? That is sick. That is
definitely a strong time. And yeah, I think the guy that benefited the most from this last round now was BlueTick, because the players right behind him lost some points, and he himself was able to now go up to 191 points. And also looking at the overall standings, I think by now we can say that this 4th place might very well be a battle between Mooks, Nix, and Ollie. Maybe Roxo can make his way into that battle. Maybe BlueTick will have some very bad rounds in a row, but yeah, place 4 to 6 will likely battle for this 4th place. Let's take a look how they are doing in this specific round. It's actually Ollie in first. Let's see if he can keep this up. He's next to several other players that now overtook him with a superior line there through that wall ride. And we have Mooks, who's currently in 4th, looking to keep that 4th place super close to the line, going through the loops. And it looks like if he keeps this position just behind Sinas Apple, Mooks will do his bit of work to stay in that important 4th place.
Yeah, and even though Ollie got a good round, it's not enough to come any closer towards that 4th position. You can see the gap is actually extending. He's overtaking Snicks though, but still it is, yeah, 14 points between them, and we have only 2 more rounds. So it is safe to say that Ollie needs a good round, and then also Mooks has to make a mistake in order to let Ollie pass him. So Ollie with a good comeback though, but it was a little bit too late, unfortunately for him, as Mr. Birne has made that mistake. Who was that prior map from? So he was a map builder and has participated into the creation of the cup, which is good to see. But yeah, Ollie actually with a good line, or with a good round here.
Yeah, but Mooks is just 2 places behind him. Yeah. So Mooks crashes in the wall, and that is a good chance for Ollie.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good chance for Ollie here. I mean, he's on P3, but this could all go down to the last round. As Ollie, every point matters now, really. Every point matters, and also, yeah, like, let's say Snicks risking the ending there, and Ollie gets only 14 points instead of 15. It is a difference. And also Ollie with a bad line here, and gets overtaken by even Roxo there in the ending. But still, 13 points for him, and Mooks only goes home with... Okay, he actually got 11th place. Or did he? I'm not sure. Did he get 11th? Ixon got first. Yeah, Mooks got 11th position because everyone kind of deleted and match fixed. So yeah, you can see it. 7 points instead of 5. That's a huge difference. But yeah, let's see. Maybe Ollie can make it happen. But I'm gonna follow Mooks here, because if he makes a mistake, it can lead to an overtake here. But yeah, currently Mooks is sitting on P4. He just needs a clean round, and he should know that. He should know that Mooks only needs a close round in order to qualify into the final. Looking good for Mooks so far as he's in the lead. And we see Ollie on P4. And Mooks with a very good section that goes so risky. That was so close. But maybe he wants to end it and saying, yo, Ollie, you cannot pass me. And currently Ollie is on P6. And this is not looking good. It's looking grim for Ollie 135, who played super well in the seeding. And also Krishan making that mistake there. So he's dead. Ollie not with a lot of speed. And this is the GG, I would say. Mooks is qualifying alongside with his teammate Blue Tick and also Sinus Apple and Ixon to the final. And they're all at least 5 year richer. GG.
GG. Indeed. Yeah, impressive performances by Ixon and Sinus Apple, who very comfortably made it to the final in this round, both with massive advantage over the other players. But it will be very interesting to see how that measures up against the other 4 players that already are in the final and that will wait for them in that next round.
Yeah, and the next round will start at 8